Hi, um, that's me. My name is Trevor, and I am 25 years old, almost 26 actually, and going nowhere with my life. I sit around in that hammock all day, every day, for 7 days a week, 365 days a year, watching TV, and, well, that's it. Nothing more and nothing less. Recently, my doctor started getting on me about my blood pressure, and I took to doing just a little flat 2 mile hike that was nearby. And after doing it for about a week now, I kind of came to the realization that what happened to me? I used to have so many dreams growing up. I wanted to be an actor, an author, a painter, a comedian, content creator, pro surfer, pro golfer, announce NFL games for a season, wanted to become a celebrity chef, a reality TV show star, and even own a Las Vegas casino. And that's just scratching the surface. And after dealing with an unfortunate amount of childhood trauma and being diagnosed autistic, I just kind of developed this social anxiety that made me want to hide away from the world. Everything was big and scary, and I just didn't want to be a part of it. However, after falling down a rabbit hole of van life videos, I realized that's what I want. To explore, to be free of these four walls. And while I can't afford a van, I could afford to brush off my old bucket list, bring it up to date, and start crossing off all the crazy adventures and just absolutely wild dreams that I've had one by one and just enrich my life, make everything less boring. After looking over all the items that I put on my bucket list, I realized that there was only one place to start. Go on an adventure by myself. As I said before, I suffer from really bad social anxiety, so doing something like this was unthinkable. I jumped on all trails and picked out a trail where I would be by myself. Not sponsored, but please sponsor me, All Trails. And picked out the Santa Ysabel Trail. Julian, California was just down the way from that trail, so I figured I'd go check it out afterward. I picked an outfit that looked really snazzy. I mean, I don't have any hiking clothes anyway, so this is all I got. Got my walking shoes on, was feeling really cool and ready for adventure. Boomer, however, was unimpressed. Armed with nothing but my phone camera and a free editing app, I set out on an adventure that would be the rest of my life. Alright. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't anxious, but things are good. I'm good. Gonna go get some air in my tires real quick and then let's go hiking. Okay, yeah, let's go. Reverse. Took me like half hour and 4 gas stations later, but I finally found an air machine that works. So I got my gas, got air. Let's hit the road. After driving for an hour down a back road that had 4 one-lane construction zones, I finally made it out to the trail. And there were a lot of mountain lion signs, so I was getting a little bit worried at first, but ultimately I didn't see anything. But since I get to do like the same 2 trails all the time, it was really cool to get to explore one that I had never been on. I even got to see like this old school like twin propeller plane flying overhead, and I tried to get a good shot of it. I ended up running across this sign about local rattlesnakes, and I wanted to look up some fun facts and share them with you guys. Depending on which region you find it in, the southern Pacific rattlesnake has different venoms, which require different antivenoms. The red diamond rattlesnake uses its spots to create different temperature points throughout its body. but is actually known to be one of the more calmer species of rattlesnakes. The southwestern speckled rattlesnake has a different appearance depending on what rocks and what terrain you find it in, meaning that two different looking snakes can actually be of the same exact species. And the Colorado Desert Sidewinder, well, true to its name, moves sideways, but floats above the ground, believe it or not, with only two, well, almost. It has two small points that touch the ground, and it barely leaves a trail wherever it goes, which I think is very, very neat. This hike was just so much fun to go on, but it was about this point here where I realized just how out of shape I actually am. I mean, look at me climbing up this hill. I was handling it like a champ, but I was just really struggling so much. But with the promise of seeing cows, I pushed on. I mean, my heart was thumping, my jaw was hurting, and I definitely did not wear the right shoes for this. I desperately need to get me some hiking shoes, but it was just really cool. It was really quiet because I live in a very noisy area, and so I just had to really stop and appreciate the calmness of it all. But there really was a point where I was just starting to let go. I wanted to give up, but lo and behold, I turned the corner, and what did I see in the distance? The cows. And all of their cow glory. It was really cool. And that just gave me the courage to keep pushing forward. And push forward I did. Until after a lot of ups and downs, I finally came over this little hill, and there they were. In this little valley, just hidden away from the world, were just cows without a care in the world, minding their own business. Just being cows. I mean, look at them all. It was kind of like the scene in Jurassic Park when they first see the dinosaurs. Just like doo 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 doo. Anyway, you guys should really hear them. I mean, it was crazy. I ended up just kind of hanging around for like a half hour watching these guys. It was really neat. I honestly have no words to describe it. It made me realize just how much I'm missing out on life by just sitting around at home and doing nothing all day. And it was, I don't know. This was the moment it really just set in for me that I was on an adventure and experiencing my life. And I got the hunger. I need more experiences. And as much as I wanted to sit there all day, I had a lot more exploring to do and not enough time to do it. So I hit the trail and was walking back, and it really just kind of, I don't know, there was just something changed about me. I was really just taking in every little sight, every little tree, every little rock, even this cow pen over here. I think it's a feeder or something, but it was really cool. And definitely that walk back was brutal, but eventually I made it back to the car safe and sound. Okay. All right. That was cool. I am a little bit more out of shape than I expected myself to be, but that's okay. We'll just double down on how hard I'm working out. But that was the Santa Yazabel, I'm going to butcher that, probably just did, but trail. Anyway, I'm exhausted. Still got to go up to Julian and check that out. It's getting a little bit later in the day than I was hoping, but we'll go walk around the main street for a little bit. But first, I need to get something to eat. So let's go. I ended up making my way down the road to the legendary Dudley's Bakery, and I was going to get myself a pastry, but ended up settling on a sandwich and a soda because I had to treat myself on this adventure day. I did neglect to get a lot of footage of the inside environment there, mostly because it was crowded and I felt awkward just looking like I was filming a bunch of people, but I got over that nerve later in the video, as you'll see. So I ended up picking up the Baja Potle sandwich, and as I struggled to open up the wrapper, Come on, dude. You get it. Pick up that sandwich. Come on. Come on. Let us see. Let us see the sandwich. There you go. God, that looks like a fantastic sandwich. And I was basically about to have a religious experience right there. See that face? This sandwich was like made by an angel, I swear. It was just so good. I can't even get over it. I am still thinking about that sandwich, and I'm making this audio a day later. Like, it was about an hour and a half drive to get up there, and I need to go and get that sandwich again. That sandwich will haunt me, I swear. But ultimately, I love Dudley's. It's a great environment. The pastries there are amazing. I used to go all the time as a kid and pick up like some cheesy jalapeno bread. It was good. It was just, everything there is good. That place I recommend 100%. It was just delicious. So after finishing my sandwich, I was pretty quick to clear out of there. I wanted to make sure that other people had places to sit. So I chugged my soda, chug, 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 chug. There you go. You did it. You did a good job. And yeah, I don't know. Just, it was fun. I loved that restaurant so much. I did spot this map on the back wall that just inspired me to poke my head around the town a little bit before heading up to Julian. And there was some actually pretty cool stuff. There was like an art gallery, a little grocery store, and this really fancy looking restaurant that had these Tesla chargers outside. I mean, the buildings all looked fantastic, like straight out of the old Wild West. And you'll hear me say that about Julian too, but it was really neat. And I'd love to come back and explore more when I get a chance, but I was on a bit of a schedule and I was falling behind. So I had to make sure that I got up to Julian pretty fast. All right. Made it out to Julian. I'm gonna walk around for a little bit. I'm getting pretty exhausted. I'm not used to being out of the house this long, but it's chill. We're gonna see if there are, like landmarks, what makes this town unique real quick. Walk around for like an hour and then we'll head back home. I ended up coming across this little jailhouse that was tucked away behind a parking lot, and whew, did it look creepy. I would hate to be held in there for the night. I found this plaque that described about how the constable built this place and his wife would make meals for the prisoners. It was used to hold people short term after they were like drunk or got into fights before that they were shipped off to bigger jails down in San Diego. Apparently they had a problem with their old jail where people were escaping by hacking through the wooden walls, so this seemed like a good solution. After the jail, I ended up making my way down Main Street, and I mean, to say this place was cool was an understatement. It was legendary. Just full of old buildings and neat shops and like a lot of clothing stores, antique places, and more candy stores than you would expect for a small town. I mean, this place was just beautiful on the eyes, and I definitely can't wait to come back and visit it again. The people there were so nice. I kept getting a lot of compliments on my shirt and tattoos, but as I passed the infamous Mom's Pies, I came across this place called the Warm Hearth, and I don't know how to describe this place. I was just in shock and awe and wonder walking around. Words don't even describe it. I just have to show you. This store was just really, really cool, and I found a lot of cool stuff that I really wish I could afford. But like, I am a total candle nut, so I had to stop and smell basically every single one of these kinds. And I even found these mugs that just had really funny stuff written on them. And I definitely need to go back and get one. So I ended up making my way back onto the street and found this really cool plaque by City Hall where it talks about how the town was actually founded by ex-Confederates, if you could believe it. And it was just nice. If you want to pause and read the plaque, I highly recommend it. This town is really cool. It used to be about gold mining, but the mines dried up pretty fast and they ended up pivoting to apple farming, which is pretty cool. And then I ended up stumbling into what was the highlight of this trip, the Julian Cemetery. And to be honest, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to record in here. These places just have a certain aura of peace and respect for those who've passed on that needs to be maintained. So I just think it's best that we have a quiet moment and just reflect for a minute. Cemeteries have a tendency to make me emotional, and this place was honestly no exception. It was a really good reminder that life is fleeting and is short, a little too short in some cases that I saw here, but it made me really reflect on what I was doing here today and what I wanted to do next. I need to live more, do more, feel more, and just experience the gift that it is to be alive. I mean, really, guys, I do encourage you right now to take out your phone and call, text, email, write a letter to someone letting them know that you care about them and that you're thinking of them. I mean, there are a lot of stones here, and each one represents a story that is lived, start to finish, and we're in the middle of ours, and we got to take advantage of that. After all the emotions that ran through me at that place, I was ready to call it a day. So I decided to head back to the car and I took some video of like all of these stickers that were all over every like sign and electrical thing all over town. It was just really cool to get to see them. There was even a Buc-ee's sticker, which is absolutely also on my bucket list to go to one of those locations. But walking around Julian was, just a small adventure, but so life-changing for me, especially because I did get to do it, well, on my own. So, just walked around Julian. It was pretty cool. I'm a little cheesed off because I just hit up the graveyard. I'm pretty sure you just heard me talking all about it in the voiceover, but I don't know. I like graveyards, but there was some guy who just let his dog off the leash and was just running around all the graves and over them all, and I think it might have even peed on one. I'm not 100% sure it was what I saw that, but it was just kind of made me a little upset. The guy was really nice, though. He said hi to me when he walked by and all that, but I don't know. It bothered me kind of a lot to see the disrespect. I'm not going to let it bother me. It was a fun day. I had a good day. I'm going to head home now, though. I am out of spoons, beyond tired, and I think I'm going to go make a turkey burger. Sounds really good right now. Oh, and I should pick up some caffeine-free soda. Sugar-free, too. Sugar-free. And upon returning home from this excellent adventure, good movie reference there for you, I proudly mounted the sticker I got from the warm hearth on my refrigerator, the first of many mementos to come. Ultimately, this adventure was just what I needed. It pushed me out of my comfort zone and made me realize that I could do the hard things. And while the van itself is still pretty far out of reach, I realize that there is a lot I can still do. And with that, our time draws to a close. Thank you guys for watching this far. Don't be afraid to go like and subscribe, I could really use the help. And go check out Magic Monsters in History. It's pretty good. Thanks guys, and don't forget to love life.